amazing to see childlike passion in him alive at this age after 43 years of being in this industry. He is a black belt. He does martial arts. He's trained in dancing. He's won national awards a million times. He does all his stunts by himself, and he is so patient. Satyam telikyan kalathina sondam varigalunda angane teliyuna oru variyal vacha naam veendum kandumuttum.
Welcome back to Radio City India, and today we have a very special guest who's not only worked in one particular cinema but currently is ruling the entire Indian cinema. It's safe to say that she's beauty with brains and an excellent combination of pure talent. Please welcome Sonalee with us.
Oh my God, I was like, who are you talking about?
I'm giving you a Tinder bio, no?
Nice. I should, so this introduction of yours, I'm going to copy and put it as my status everywhere.
Yes. So now that's what you can do with your portfolio. Like, this is my introduction.
Yes.
This is who I am.
Yes.
Don't ask
If
me
you need
anything.
more, call her.
Yes, call me.
Done. Thank you so much for such a warm introduction.
It's a pleasure to have you on Radio City. How are you?
Oh, very good. Not slept well enough, but I think it's nice to talk to you guys. It's been a refreshing day.
But does it happen usually when you're on a roll of promotions and everything?
It can get tiring, it can get monotonous, it can get boring.
Right.
But I should say that today has been an exception. And it's been interesting conversation, yeah.
Lovely. So before we move on to any questions that bore you, let's understand what are the questions that you are completely bored of and you don't want to answer them.
Okay, what am I bored of? I am bored of people asking, why haven't you done any other language film till date? Like, why has it taken so much time? Like, how can you even ask that? It's so ridiculous.
It is. I mean,
What do I
it's
say? Okay,
funny.
so Natrang happened 14 years ago, and then Hirkani happened 5 years ago, and then whatever. But why did they cast you now? Like, why didn't they cast you 10 years ago?
But isn't that the question you should ask the casting directors? and
A,
not to
or
you?
the directors, B.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't. Okay, why are we talking about why this has not happened? Let's talk about why
Why
this
this
has happened.
happened.
Yeah, I think this is a very ridiculous question that some journalists have asked.
All right,
reporters have
that
asked.
was not at all on our agenda. But
Thank
now
you.
we'll make sure to skip it forever. And any journalist watching this, please do not ask her from now. All right, so your
Or
upcoming
anyone, not just me.
Anyone, that's correct. Your upcoming movie, I am having a trouble pronouncing it. So can you please help me
Okay,
with that?
let's go for it.
Okay,
So when you heat milk,
right.
ऊपर क्या आता है?
Malai.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, कोट्टाई is simple.
Yes.
मराठी में बोलते कोटे
कोटे साले,
साले.
हो,
तो उधर से कोट्टाई.
Okay.
Malaikottai
Malaikottai
Vaaliban.
Vaaliban.
Vaaliban is easy.
Ah,
It's
this
a
is
noun.
easy.
So it's a,
Now it is as easy as heating the milk now. Malaikottai Vaaliban.
yes.
Was I proper?
Yeah, don't say the N in between.
Okay, Malaikottai Vaaliban.
Perfect.
Yes, finally I got it.
Perfect.
All right.
So it's like दूध गरम करते टाइम मम्मी आके पूछे मलाई कोटे ऐसा आला नहीं ऐसा नीट कर.
Was that your first? Was that your gut instant thought when you heard the title?
No.
No.
No. I think my friends and my mother, especially my mom is a Punjabi,
Right.
so it's very difficult for her to pronounce anything. She has trouble pronouncing Zod Shabda. Zod Shabda, you know?
The one which
No,
ends
yeah,
with
Zod is like when two alphabets
Okay,
come together,
right,
like
right.
thras and
Okay, got
stuff.
it. But you come from a Punjabi family.
Yeah.
You've acted in multiple genres.
Yeah.
Right. So your mom is Punjabi and your father is also Punjabi.
He is
or-
a Maharashtrian.
He's a Maharashtrian,
Yeah.
right. So your mom is Punjabi, your dad is a Maharashtrian. You're a mix of Rajma Chawal and Poha.
You can say that, yes.
Is that accurately put?
Yes, I would say chole bhature. I like
Chole
that more.
bhature. All right, we'll go with chole bhature. I've already soaked chole, by the way, and I'm going to make it tonight. So I'm already salivating right
You can
now.
also make hummus out of it if you don't like
All
chole.
right, if this wasn't
I'll send you a recipe, quick one, because my husband is in Dubai. So see, there is a lot of international global fusion happening here.
There's chole, which could be made as hummus.
Hummus, yeah.
All right, and then you can have poha. You can have a lot of other stuff as well.
Yes.
All right. How is this your family dynamics of mixed cultures and everything has helped you fit so seamlessly into the Indian cinema?
It has and it hasn't also
All right.
helped. I would say I couldn't speak Marathi this fluently before I entered Marathi film industry.
Okay.
Because we still, even till date, we all conversate in Hindi in the house.
Sure.
And it was never a rule. We never decided upon it, but it was
happened
always like this.
organically, yeah.
Because mom and dad, they started speaking in Hindi. And my mom speaks in Hindi with the entire paternal family,
Right.
like my grandmother, and she would reply in Marathi and she would speak in
Sure.
Hindi. But neither of them tried to learn each other's languages for 40 years. I don't know why, but that's how it has always been. I come from an army school background also. My father was in the army,
Right.
and that's how they met, my parents.
Wow.
But because I studied in army school, we did not have any regional language. So I did not have Marathi even if I studied in Maharashtra. So I never learnt Marathi language in school.
And there was no written form of it, or there was no textbooks
Yeah.
to it, or
So
something.
no grammar. I never learnt Marathi. I learnt only Hindi and English.
Right.
Only 2 languages. So that also didn't help. And I honestly never thought I would make a career in Marathi cinema.
Right.
Because of the language again, no other reason. But like you say, you can plan whatever, but there is a plan for you which is beyond
sure.
your control.
Yes.
So while I was auditioning for various stuff in Pune, I have no filmy background. Like there was no connection in the industry. But I ever since I remember, I was dancing. मैं माँ के पेट से सीख कर ही आई हूँ, literally.
Very nice.
Like
So
my
those
mom
kicks
was
were very much helpful.
yeah, my mom was pregnant with me when she performed on stage last. So it's not a Jab We Met ka dialogue. It's an actual thing that had happened in my life. So I picked up from there. Like it came from her, unknowingly, knowingly. And I've entered this world dancing. So I never learnt any.
Sure.
Technically, I never learnt dancing or acting, but I've always been doing this in school and then colleges, and then whatever competitions, inter college or other stuff happening around Ganesh Utsav mein nachna, where it all began.
Yes.
So we still have those competitions. I think a lot of careers in Maharashtra are made on Ganesh Utsav stage platforms.
Okay.
So
And
they
to Mumbai aa raha hai.
Anywhere you go, all across Maharashtra, we have competitions happening everywhere during
Everywhere.
Ganesh Utsav, and a
Yes.
lot of budding talent. A lot of these kids find their roots there. So thanks to Ganesh Utsav, I entered entertainment industry. I was giving auditions, jo bhi jahan bhi pata chalta I would go, and I landed up for a Marathi television serial ka audition.
Oh, okay.
And I got the role because they wanted a dancer my age. I was meant to play the granddaughter of Vikram Gokhale.
Oh.
So they wanted some kind of similarities, like
Nice.
this color, these eyes in
Right.
the family.
Right.
So they cast me, and I was like, everything is good, but I can't read the script and I can't pronounce it. I couldn't at that point of time. But because it wasn't even Greek for me, they said, we'll teach you, don't worry, we'll work on you.
You know the base of it. So now,
Yeah. I could speak, but not very well.
Sure.
So then that was my first thing in acting. I was 16. So after my college, I would go and do this serial and sit with Vikram Gokhale. He would teach me acting and Marathi, and I would literally have tuitions of Marathi and acting.
Yeah, even I would have tuitions, but not of acting, only Marathi.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, because that was compulsory thing.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't sit with a celebrated person like Vikram
Like
Gokhale.
Vikram
Look
Gokhale.
at you, 16, you are like doing all of this. 16, I was asking you, Mama, please 100 rupees aur de do. I need to have Shezwan rice in my canteen or something.
Yeah, I started very early.
Lovely. All right. So, speaking about your upcoming release, all right. So, just tell me how, I'm sure you are bored of this question, but I personally want to know as a viewer, how particular are people in an industry which is open to a niche set of audience. Like right now, lines are blurring when it comes to languages or when it comes to everything. Indian people are consuming more of Korean content or even South Indian content as long as they have subtitles or all of it. And it's equally enjoyable. Like one of the classic examples could be the song Oo Antawa, which got so popular that the original song received more love than the Hindi version
The dubbed
of
one,
it.
yeah.
How particular they are when it comes to the style of working, when it comes to, getting into the skin of characters and everything. Is it any different from what you've done in Marathi cinema or Hindi cinema?
I would say it's still too early for me to say how is the working pattern, because I've only worked on one film.
Alright, so whatever you've
And
gauged
that
from
one film is very
yeah.
different in terms of it cannot represent Malayalam cinema at the moment, because that film in itself is unusual for a Malayalam film.
Right.
It is one of the most expensive Malayalam films ever made.
Right.
One of the biggest Malayalam films to happen in the recent times. A film that is shot entirely in Rajasthan. They've not even shot in Kerala. So it is an unusual film for
Unusual thing,
Malayalam
yes,
film
yes.
industry. It's an unusual subject. It's a genreless film. I cannot put in words what the genre of the film is. It's a fantasy. It's a fable.
It's a mix of everything.
Yeah, it's not a mass. It's not a class. It's not a niche. So it does not fit into any brackets.
Sure.
So because the film's nature is it is fluid. It does not fit anywhere. The working style is also fluid.
Right.
It is unusual. I know the next Malayalam film that I would do would be different. Would be
demand
probably
something different
yeah.
from
It would
you,
be. It would probably be only 30 days of schedule. They usually shoot not more than 30 days.
Sure.
It's pretty much like Marathi. We finish the film in one go, 30 days straight, we are done with the film.
Right.
Because the budgets are constrained,
Right.
the revenues are constrained, the audiences are limited. Whereas this film we shot extensively for over 6 months.
6 months. That's
From
wow.
you know, Jaisalmer to Pokhran. We were in Pokhran for 2 months. Then we went to Jinji Fort in Tamil Nadu. And you know, the funniest part is, in the moral of the story, in summary, I would say, the song I do in this film, it's a fusion lavani, which is choreographed by Fulwa Khamkar.
Right.
It got recorded in Pune, I guess. We did the choreography in Bombay. We did the rehearsals in Jaisalmer. We shot the song in Tamil Nadu, Chennai, and we did the music launch and we released the song in Cochin.
So it's I mean literally a pan-Indian film. Like
It
you
is
can
a
say.
pan-India film,
Yes.
and hence it's an unusual film for me to say how the working style is different.
Right.
But all said and done, the technique is the same. The kind of passion that people have for cinema is the same. The earnestness and the sincerity that actors or technicians bring in on the set is the same. The end goal is the same. Everybody's working for the film, and nobody's bigger than the film. Whether it is Mr. Mohanlal, the legendary global
Right.
icon, or whether it's a newcomer called Manoj Moses who appeared in front of camera for the first time.
Right.
So those dynamics don't change anywhere.
No, I've been told that you took like quite some amount of time to make sure that your lines, whatever you say, are like pitch perfect. Is that true?
Yes, because as an actor, I feel your medium is the language.
Absolutely.
Yes, of course, it's an audio-visual form. So, you know, your expressions, your eyes do most of the talking, and you don't have to speak a lot. But when you have to speak it right.
Correct.
Especially, I think even Malayalam cinema or the nature of the film is such that I had to speak my lines in a certain way. The character I do, Rangarani, is over the top. She's dramatic. She's a drama queen. So there is a different, style to it. But but also because this language was new for me,
Right.
I wanted to be very sure that I'm not just doing it wrong. I wanted to be very sure, so very conscious about it. Not just the pronunciation, but the pauses, the punctuations, the stresses, the commas were very important. I also feel that whatever happens before the line and after the line and between the lines is also very important.
Absolutely.
So for me to work out what is going between the lines, I need to know the lines first.
Oh yes.
So-
then comes the expressions,
Yeah.
and then comes all the feelings and emotions.
So
and
I
all.
wanted
Right.
to. So I usually, every actor does that. That lines are only they are your. Sometimes they can be your crutches, but everything else that you do is your own.
Right.
And that is something that you get to play and improvise, and you don't want to lose that opportunity
Oh, yes.
to improvise.
For sure.
So obviously, I had to work on my lines.
So how? Tell me your experience working with Mr. Mohanlal. I mean, he is like a legend, right? So how was it working with him?
It was legendary working with him. He is such a sweet co-star to work with him. He's so down to earth. He's there on the sets. He's rehearsing with you. He's improvising with you. He's giving you tips. He's asking you to do this way. Try it out. It's like working with any passionate actor.
Right.
But imagine somebody of his stature.
right.
Like at his position, he does not have to do that. He can just, tell the director, oh, once your rehearsals are done, just call me, I'll come and do my
Sure.
lines. But he doesn't do that. He's there with you. He's making sure you're giving your best, and he's helping you to give your best. And I think that's a dream to work with any co-star like him.
Right.
Having said that, he's also very childlike. On the sets, he'll be like, oh, so what have you done? I know you're a dancer. So he had seen Apsara Ali. What are the other songs you've done? So he would see, on YouTube, show me. So I literally sat down and showed him all my Marathi songs. Because he wanted to watch them. And the next time when I met him, he's like, oh, I saw your recent number, that Burum Burum Sab very cute. So he knew what I was doing. And simultaneously, he would show his work. because he knew that I haven't watched a lot of Malayalam films.
Right.
He would show me, this is Vanaprastham, my film. Did you see you? I'm also a dancer. See, I did this dance form. I did this action sequence. So he would literally sit all of us down and, take his phone out and just show his YouTube
nice.
videos. And it's amazing to see such childlike passion in him alive at this age after 43 years of being in this industry.
Right.
And he's a master of all. He is a black belt. He does martial arts. He's trained in dancing. He's won national awards a million times. He does all his stunts by himself.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And he is so patient. I think that is something that I would like to take from him. He's very patient. Even if your co-actor is doing like really stupid mistake for which we've done already 10 retakes,
You have to do the
you would
11th one.
still be very patient about it. You have to do anyway.
Sure.
You can't just say, oh, I'm not doing it, forget it. You have to do it. But I would usually lose. I would be like, what are you doing? You just do this properly, But he wouldn't do that, he will tell the person that you can, this is what you're doing wrong, but in a very sweet, patient way, which is not very easy to see. It's very rare
Right.
that, to him having so much patience for everyone around. So, usually when you do retakes because of yourself, you're always like, I know, you have that guilt.
Right.
But if a retake is happening constantly because of someone else and you yet don't lose your calm, is a skill to have.
Wow, no wonder he's such a legendary actor. Also a very nice person, like you were mentioning. You mentioned that the film traveled so much. Like, it was shot in Rajasthan, and then it came to Tamil Nadu, and then you're from Bombay. You have mixed cultures. Let's talk about food. What's your favorite food? Because one thing that we like to do with our guests, apart from talking about their movies and their incredible careers and all of it, is to know them a little personal. Because our viewers love to know them a little personally.
Right.
So what is your go-to food, no matter, say every time you're hungry, what's the first thing that comes up in your mind?
Just cook a quick omelette.
Omelette.
That's the only thing I can cook.
Is that
I'm just kidding. I can cook. I'm very good. I can't think of what I cook, but I can cook. But I'm not a foodie.
Oh, you're not?
No. So there are two kind of people.
Okay.
Like, one is the category where people live to eat.
Right.
And the other category is eat to live. So I fall in that category.
Alright.
Eat to live. Whatever is available, I'm okay with, I'm happy with. But now I'm married to a foodie, and so I explore. But also at the same time, I'm very adaptive. Being from army and mixed culture.
That teaches you.
Yeah, it's prepared me since childhood to survive in any given circumstance. So just give me any food anywhere in the world. If I'm hungry, I'll have it. If I'm not hungry, give me anything in the world, I will not have. So I'm very easygoing that way. During this filming, the food was a very challenging aspect of it, because Keralites, Mallus, are very particular about their food.
Is it?
Yes, they have their red rice, they have their putta, and their sambars, and their coconut oil mein cook kiya hua everything.
Right.
And they wouldn't compromise on that. So imagine, we were shooting in Rajasthan for 3 months.
Oh my God! And they had to
They
it
had
was
their
a shift
they had
completely.
their chefs.
What?
Yes. They did not teach the recipe to the local chef in Rajasthan. They had 25 people of catering unit.
Is that why this is the most expensive one?
You can probably say that, because they cannot eat anything else.
Wow. They're passionate about the cinema, they're passionate about the food.
Yes, they're very loyal.
Very loyal.
Very loyal. And I was like, dude, in Rajasthan's heat or cold or this weather, you can't eat humid weather ka food.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, dude.
They don't care, and everybody was falling sick, but they still did not give up.
I like this dedication.
Yes. And for me, it was a very struggling part of shooting, because Rajasthani food also, I cannot eat every day. Like, you can't have this 2 months down the
greasy
line.
and
I enjoy local cuisine. I love local cuisine. Wherever I go in the world, I try that. But I try that. I can't have for 2 months.
2 months.
So for me, the challenge was to eat Rajasthani or eat Mallu food.
There's nothing in between.
There was nothing in between, and then after watching everyone falling sick, I decided to cook myself.
That's where omelette came into the picture.
And then I had some chicken, and I used to cook my own food, and that's it. I survived.
You have done such incredible work, like TV and movies and regional cinemas and this and that, what has been the best experience of yours so far that has groomed you into the person you are? It could, they say that usually when you start into a job, your first boss either makes you or breaks you, or usually your bosses are the one who shapes you or something like that.
Yes.
In your case, yes, there's a director, there's a writer, they have a vision, you put it together to life and everything. Somewhere you are your own boss as well.
No, not at all.
No?
Not at all. I feel, yes, before getting onto the film, you choose.
Right.
Or sometimes the project chooses you, like
Right.
for Vaaliban instantly. I did not choose the film, it came to me, it chose me to be a part of it. But once you're on board, the director is the boss.
Absolutely.
You're literally, actors are literally puppets. Trust me, they are. How much ever intelligent you are, how much ever great actor you are eventually restricted to being a prop in the hand of the director.
Right.
It is how the director wants to show you on screen. It is not how you want to be shown. So at the end of the day, he takes all the calls. So for me, I think I've had various experiences which have shaped me. For that matter, every film that I've worked on has given me something, good or bad. Either it's an experience or a lesson.
Right.
Every single film, whether it's a good or a bad, small or a big part, but every film has shaped me into what I am today. I would say, yes, my first director, my mentor, has a very big part into making me what I am today, knowingly, unknowingly. The thing that I approach every film as a clean slate is where it comes from. It's his philosophy. You look at every film for the first time. You're doing that film for the first and the last time. You're not going to come back and do it again. It's not like, I filed a report, but it's wrong, so I'll come back and edit it and do it later. It's not. The film it's printed forever.
Ever. Yes.
So, so those are some tips that I've received from my directors or senior actors that I've worked with. Like one thing I will never forget, which I learned from Makarand Anaspure, when I was doing my first song. Before I did my first film as an actor, I did a song in Gadavacha Lagna, and I was very tired, and I was ready since morning and till 11 p.m. in the night. They did not shoot with me. Finally, they shot with me late in the night, and I was like very tired and bored, and I was like, oh, I want to go home. Everything is itching, the costume and all. So I was just wanting to finish it off. And he realized that this girl is tired and she's been there for 10 hours. So just called me and he said, just remember one thing, that when people will watch this on big screen, there is no disclaimer given that this was shot at 11 p.m. when she was very tired. There is no disclaimer. They will watch it and they'll judge you. And more than they will be judging you, you will judge yourself and you will feel like, I could have stayed a little bit longer and I could have done this better. Because this is going to be forever. Right. It's going to be after you're gone. And make sure you give your best in those particular moments because it's forever.
That is something that I take from you. I mean, it definitely makes a lot of sense. And there's no disclaimer to whatever you act on the screen. People are going to be either extremely judgmental or they're going to love it.
Yeah.
So, I'll tell you a fun incident. You spoke about Apsara Ali, and my friends recently got married. So, they're a couple where the bride is a Maharashtrian and the guy is a Gujarati.
Okay.
And we as a group of friends, we wanted to actually tease her in front of all the guests during her Sangeet, and we danced on Apsara Ali.
Oh.
Okay. And we did some very wacky steps.
Okay.
And I love the song personally, but we did some wacky steps just to embarrass her.
Okay.
And she absolutely loved it.
Oh.
Right before our conversation, I texted her. She's on a honeymoon right now. I texted her, I'm meeting Sonalee Kulkarni this way.
Show me the video after this.
No, she's asked me not to show you the video. She specifically asked me if you show her the video. We are not
What's her
friends
name?
anymore. Kritika.
I already saw it, by the way, Kritika.
Why
She's
are you
lying on
doing-
camera.
Oh my God.
I've seen so many versions of Apsara Ali.
Right.
So many. I've seen Canadian girls doing Apsara Ali. I've seen boys dancing on Apsara Ali. I've seen rap. I've seen every form on this earth. But your video, Kritika, is the best.
Oh my God, you're going to make me do this. No more caramel popcorn for you now.
I'll buy myself.
But isn't that the beauty that our content, Indian content, is reaching overseas and then they're recreating such amazing things.
Yes.
So, okay, I'm going to come to a segment where we play fun games. Okay, I'm going to tell you some popular Hindi dialogues and you have to convert them
into Marathi. Oh, thank
And
you.
then
Malayalam में नहीं है ना? As
no,
long as Malayalam में नहीं है, I'm happy.
I don't know Malayalam.
हाँ, तो फिर मैं मलयालम में कर सकती हूँ, लेकिन ऑडियंस को पता होगा.
And even I won't be like, ऐसे ये बराबर बोला है, ये गलत बोला. Tomorrow if someone asks me that what does it mean if I tell you.
We'll have to call Atulya.
Yeah, I have to. All right. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. बड़े बड़े देशों में छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती है.
मोठ्या मोठ्या शहरांमध्ये अशा छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टी घडत राहतात.
ओके, वेरी नाइस. हंसो जियो मुस्कुराओ क्या पता कल हो ना हो.
व्हेरी सिमिलर एक्चुअली. हंसा, जगा,
मुस्कुराओ क्या पता कल हो ना
मुस्कुराओ.
हो.
मुस्कुराओ क्या बोलते हैं मराठी में? हंसा. हंसा, जगा, हंसा. माहित नाही उद्या असेल किंवा नसेल. इट इज बिकॉज मुस्कुरावला काय म्हणतात? Who am I asking? No, there is no muskura. There is no hasa, hasa. Muskurana, laughing, everything is haso.
Okay, all right.
हसा, जगा, हसा. काय माहिती उद्या असेल किंवा नसेल.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Unless in the comments somebody comes up with muskura, tell me, I'll be
No, yeah,
open.
tell us in the
Yeah,
comments. Feel free. Okay. ये 2.5 किलो का हाथ जब उठता है तो सामने वाला उठ जाता है. I may be wrong with the dialogue.
Yeah, उठता नहीं, उठ जाता है.
उठ जाता है. Yes.
हा 2.5 किलोचा हात जेव्हा उठतो तेव्हा समोरची व्यक्ती उठत नाही, उठून जाते. कुठून जाते, कधी जाते माहित नाही.
Okay, last one. Would you like to choose any dialogue and I can maybe do a Gujarati version of it because I am.
I'll give you a
Gujarati.
Marathi and then you do
Oh my
Gujarati of that.
goodness. Okay, my Gujarati is also not nice and Marathi is pathetic. Okay, this will be fun.
But I won't understand Guju इतना, मतलब सही गलत वाला नहीं
Guju
पता.
is very easy, yaar.
I have some Guju friends.
Yeah, it's very easy to understand.
Okay, what do you want to say?
This is very simple. Be nice to me.
Okay, let's do now 3 different languages. I will speak this in Malayalam. I want to tell people that I know Malayalam. I did a Malayalam film.
Okay, please
This is
go
my
ahead.
only chance. So I'll speak the Malayalam dialogue
Yes.
from the film, which is not a part of the film anymore. Then I will translate it for you in Hindi,
Sure.
and then you will do it in Gujarati.
Let's
it's very
do it.
complicated. Okay,
Let's
hear
do
it. Satyam telikyan kalathina sondam varigalunda angane teliyuna oru variyal vacha naam veendum kandumuttum.
You know that lady in the GIF where math equations just go over like this?
Yes, it's a very beautiful philosophy. सच सामने आने के कई रास्ते होते हैं. अगर हमारी किस्मत में रहा तो उसी किसी रास्ते पे हम कभी मिलेंगे.
It did not sound anything like that, what you said.
It's beautiful, na?
Yeah, it is.
Now
It
speak in Gujarati.
Okay, you have to break it down for me.
Okay, सच सामने आने के कई रास्ते हैं.
સચ્ચાઈ સામે આવવા માટે બહુ બધા રસ્તા છે.
अगर हमारी किस्मत में रहा
અગર આપણી કિસ્મતમાં રહ્યું
तो उन्हीं में से किसी एक रास्ते पे हम मिलेंगे.
તો એ જ કોઈ રસ્તા પર આપણે મળશું. Okay, if I have butchered it, please write in the comments that.
I think you did well. I
did
understand.
Well.
Yeah,
Decent.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want if we wouldn't have given translations, I want people to decode your this thing. So why don't you just
do it in the second part.
Yeah.
You will see the translation in the second
part
of the interview.
Till then, you leave your comments and tell us that what does she mean.
Yeah, great. Do that.
It was so lovely talking to you.
Thank
all
you.
the best for all your future endeavors and everything that's coming. I'm so excited to see you on screen.
Thank
I
you.
hope you had equal fun with us.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And any message that you would like to leave for your fans and our viewers?
So Malaikottai Vaaliban is still in cinemas with subtitles. Look out for a show around you. If not, it will be on OTT very soon. So wait to watch it in the language that you understand. We've dubbed it in Hindi also. Mr. Anurag Kashyap has dubbed it in Hindi for Lalsa's character. I dubbed myself, of course. So it's going to be out on OTTs after it's out from the cinemas. Apart from that, if you want to watch any of my film in cinemas, you'll have to wait till the 22nd of March. I'm coming up with Mughal Mardani Chhatrapati Tara Rani. Now Google that. Thank you.
That is interesting. Thank you so much for joining us. And it was a pleasure talking to you. I hope you had equal fun.
I had fun. Thank you so much for having
Thank
me.
you. This is it from us. We'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye.
Radio City. Radio City. Radio City. रग रग में दौड़े सिटी.